desperately need it. Now, what is sobering about this passage in Revelation 22, verse 14 to 15 is this. Firstly, these are the words of Jesus himself. It is Jesus uttering these words in this passage, Revelation 22, verse 14 to 15. In fact, what is sobering is that in verse 12 of Revelation 22, Jesus precedes his words. He says in verse 12, he says, "Look, I am coming soon." So he's warning and he's saying, listen, I am returning soon. All right. I am coming soon. My reward is with me, and I will give to each person according to what they have done. Look, I am coming soon. My reward is with me, and I will give to each person according to what they have done. So Jesus is actually telling us here that in this passage that he is returning soon, he is coming soon, when nobody knows. Nobody knows the time or the hour. But in Matthew 24, we have signs that point to the return of Christ, but the exact day, nobody knows. So nobody knows when Christ will return, but we are nearer his return now than we were 2,000 years ago. And I think if we look at the events in the world today, we can see there's something different. Something is happening. There's a change taking place. And these are the times we cannot afford to fall asleep. These are the times where we have to run to the Lord, seek the Lord while he may be found. So nobody knows when Christ will return, but one thing is certain. One thing is certain. And that is this: few will be prepared for his return, while many will be unprepared for the return of Jesus Christ. We don't know when he will return, but one thing is certain: few will be prepared for his return, while many will be unprepared for his return. How do we know that few will be prepared for the return of Jesus Christ? And we'll be unprepared for God's judgment upon the world. What does the Bible tell us? Let's look at Matthew 7, 13 to 14. Matthew 7, 13 to 14. What does it say? Let's read it. Matthew 7, 13 to 14. It says, "Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it." This is again Jesus speaking. He says, "Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it." Many enter through it. Many are on the road to destruction, and because the road is wide, the gate is wide. And Jesus is telling us here, says, many enter through it. He says, but small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. When many stand before the Lord on the year of judgment, or when Christ returns, the reality is that few will be ready and many will not be prepared.